I guess like a 2-inch lift kit done. What was the manufacturer?
Super ATV.
Super ATV. Pretty simple. The hood covers the new bar that went over the top to drop it down.
Yeah, look at that beefy bar, man. That thing's pretty legit.
Yeah. So remove 2 bolts from the struts and springs, and then add 4 bolts to mount this in. A couple of spacers, and then it changes the angle of the springs, but it gives you that lift.
Yeah, the angle of the shocks or the struts or whatever you want to call them.
Remove 2 bolts.
So they go from fucking leaning in a little to straight up and down.
Remove 2 bolts and add 4 bolts and a spacer. That's it. Pretty simple. The original factory hood still fits over the little hump you got here. So
yeah, well designed aftermarket kit for sure.
That's pretty cool, and for a decent price.
Yeah.
I mean, under $200 for a couple inches. I mean, this couple inches is gonna save my ass.
Yeah,
I mean,
save your back.
Literally.
Yeah.
The rear, jacked it up, took the wheels off so we could get the spring thing off.
Just say it louder.
Anyway, whatever. That thing. Okay.
Yeah, the spacer. Yeah, the spacer.
Just added that couple inches in the back, both sides. Had to take the wheels off so we had access
to kick it out.
Yeah. Super simple. Remove a couple bolts, reinstall it. Probably made it a little softer in the back, maybe.
Yeah, we did 25 instead of the original 35. And we're gonna see how that. We're gonna see how that goes. We're gonna give it a try.
But the original 35 was just at tension. So with this lift, it's got more tension for sure in the back than the original. So we'll see. We're gonna play with it. But yeah, this is what we're at now. Originally, it was probably down a little bit more, another ½ inch in the back. But other than that, no other changes.
Yeah, you know what? A little softer ride is not going to hurt the cat.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for watching the video. There's going to be a lot more to come, and
yeah, a lot more mods and a lot more having fun.
Yeah,
Getting dirty.
getting dirty.
Oh yeah.
All right.
All right. Happy Easter, guys.
Yeah. Out. Go.
All right. So as you can see, I have. Well, Howie helped me out with this side. He got the behind the camera. put the spacer on in the back here, and the rear ones go into the actual spring assembly. Didn't have to mess with the spring assembly in the front because it was just a different mount location on top, which dropped them lower. It changed kind of the angle of the spring. But what I'm thinking is they said in the instructions, they say to mark the original spot, but if you're changing the tension, adding that, whatever, if this is 2 inches of space, if you're compressing it 2 more inches, then it's like, I might, loosen it up or whatever, So originally, I counted the original threads. It was 35 where it was at, with a little bit of tension, just slight tension. So I'm thinking it already has tension, so I might just do like 25 threads for now and just see how it rides or whatever. Because yeah, it's tight. It's tight. That's might be about 25 or so. I'm gonna recount it, but yeah, in the instructions they say to do it from the original, but you know, I want to test. I want to do it from the tension, if that makes Howie.
Yeah.
Anything
No. Yeah. You know, what I'm worried about is just ride height. As long as the ride height is the same as far as front and rear, then we're good. So we'll check it at 25. And also, you know, stiffness is a thing. If it's too stiff, then it's going to ride pretty harsh inside. So if we can kind of make it quasi the same.
The front is going to be the same. The back is going to be looser per se, although it does have this, which I feel gives it more tension.
Absolutely.
Originally,
yeah, because you're going to...
Originally, you could kind of just like pull it loose, and it was just like right there, just like giving you a little bit of tension. So, I think we're gonna try it at 25 threads.
Yeah, and also
it's just like a rough.
Yeah, and they give you the spanner wrenches for a reason, you know. So you're gonna adjust the ride height and tension by the spanner wrenches and adjusting your shock, your shock locations or whatever. Anyway, so this is the rough shot and see if it seems right. If it's not right and it's not riding the same height as the front, then we'll adjust from there, and then we'll know next time that the instructions are right and whatever. But we're gonna equal it out.
Easy fix.
Yeah.
Easy fix.
So
we got these crummy little.
Oh yeah, those things are knuckle busters, by the way.
Little things.
They slip off the freaking end of those nuts.
They work, but
yeah, they're definitely not much fun.
But make sure you clean up your threads, because it's not gonna make it easier.
Definitely, you gotta clean the threads.
For sure. Yeah, but I think we're about ready to throw the wheel on, and we're gonna check the height. So
yeah, we're gonna do a scrub real quick and see what the height is, and then if the height is not satisfactory, then we'll jack it up and we'll adjust it a little bit more up until we get there. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. Super simple.
Yeah, so far the kit is super easy. If you were really trying to get it done balls to the wall, you could probably do this kit in about an hour.
Oh, maybe half an hour.
Yeah, half an hour. Yeah, it's pretty simple, but there was a lot of bullshit and a lot of theory. Yeah, all right.
Yep.
Bam.
Yeah, so onto the rear spacers for the lift kit. Yeah, they don't have much in terms of instructions, so we're kind of doing what we got to do. Obviously, had to loosen the what do you call these?
Adjuster nuts.
Adjuster nuts.
Yeah.
Whatever. So make sure you got these clean, because you don't want to mess up your threads, you know. So yeah, I said earlier, wipe them clean. We use a little WD-40. You don't want to get these marred up and have them not function the way they're supposed to. So that's loosened all the way, and so we were getting ready to throw the spacers in, and we're like, oh, we got the wheels off. It'll be easy to tip them out and just pull the spring out. Well, not exactly. You got your adjuster nut things or whatever in the way. You can't do it this way. Howie took a look at the bottom, and there's a little plate underneath that basically just slides out. So I'm gonna loosen up the bottom, swing it out, put the spacers in. This is my extra 2 inches, and should be helping me on the, in the trail. So
hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Okay, so we thought about not taking the wheel off and just trying to put it here, but it actually goes down below.
Yeah, we realized that if we try to just tilt it out, you can see the spring. It's not gonna
tilt far enough to clear the bed.
Yeah, there's not gonna be enough clearance. We'll just pull the wheels off. It's just 4 lugs, and should be pretty simple. We already loosened this up. they don't really have instructions on this, but we definitely want to keep the, you know, the adjusting part clean. So first we just wiped it down with a rag or whatever, threw a little WD-40 on it. I don't think it's going to be a problem. And then we're going to put it back. I'm going to put it back down to the original spot, which was, it was 35 threads down. So we'll just start from there and run from there, and then, you know, adjust it on how we feel. But yeah, we're going to get the lift and should be good. See how it goes.
Bam.
Yeah.
All right.
This is, am I doing this right? Probably, maybe.
Well, you know what? Maybe we should kind of clean off. We should probably clean off the threads too. I mean, those threads look pretty sketchy.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. I wouldn't.
maybe some WD-40.
Well,
Yeah. Just,
I
all
don't know.
right.
Some
Yeah.
little wipe down or pressure washer or something.
Yeah.
Either one.
Well, we don't want to get it wet necessarily, I don't think, because
Okay.
then it's dripping all over us while we're trying to
I'll just
undo
wipe
the
it
bolts.
off with a rag. That should be good enough.
Spanner time.
Sure. Yep.
I mean, it's definitely good.
Well, darn it, I guess I should have told her before I drove back up here.
Well, what do you think?
Huh.
We put a couple inch lift on this guy. Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, okay, I don't like to be.
Oh well, you're not really recorded, so you're fine.
you out.
Yeah, I can totally edit you out if you don't want to be in it. But yeah, look at the height difference. Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
You can see how much
I just
higher
put
the front is.
stuff on.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we're working on the back end now.
cool.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow, look how dirty you've gotten it.
Oh yeah, that was the
Oh,
reader
that-
trip.
It's clean for what it was.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
After the snow trip, Jesus, that was worse.
After Walker.
Yeah. Oh.
Walker was.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you're right. Walker was
pretty-
terrible.
Pretty dirty.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that spritzer.
Oh yeah, definitely. Good, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Made a big difference.
Yeah. Ready to hit some rocks.
Yeah, look at
Or
that.
try not to hit some rocks.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't break your spine, right, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
Now it looks like a 2019 kitty. I mean, it's sitting up there quite a ways. That definitely gained a couple inches for sure.
Yep.
And that's after scrubbed. It's not sitting after it's jacked up or
I didn't notice that.
so it's scrubbed. What's up? You got some carnage?
Yeah. Looks like the shield underneath is kind of bent back in the back there. I'll have to play with that a little bit. Cut it off maybe.
What shield are we talking about? Oh yeah, right here. Yeah.
Oh no, in the back. That's
Oh God, yeah.
yeah. That one
Yeah.
needs to go. I could probably cut that too.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
Yeah. Well, you need the skid pan, but you want to kind of. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's time for some armor. Put some armor. You know, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But definitely impressive on the lift. I mean, it definitely puts it up like a 2019, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because that thing was that tall.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Just
And this is a.
2 bolts on the struts, and then replace the 4 bolts with the new plate there.
Yeah, and that little spacer that goes in between
Yeah.
right here so you don't, crush the old spot. So
Yeah.
where the strut was.
Yeah. Simple.
Yeah. And then make sure you don't pinch your wiring. So you got to make sure
Yeah.
you got it clearanced. So.
If you have wiring.
Yeah, this has got a winch and an aftermarket lighting kit and a couple other
I'm
things.
not
So,
worried about this right now.
yeah,
If I have an issue, I'll move it.
yeah, I think it's all right.
It's probably fine.
Yeah. So now it's time for the wheel spacers. Yeah,
Yeah, probably gonna take a little more effort.
but yeah, check out the stance difference though. I mean, you could tell it's definitely leaning.
Maybe it might be like a 2-inch.
Yeah, that's definitely 2 inches.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's probably like a 2-inch. But yeah, I mean, I definitely need the space, so whatever else I can get, and then
Well, yeah, now it's
tires.
now it brings it up to because the front looks like it's more like the YXZ's height now. And then also you can clear bigger tires. So
Yeah.
and then and then once we do the
27's no problem. I think maybe 28's.
yeah, well we'll figure it out. We'll have to change the flyweights and do a couple other things,
Yeah.
but
I think that's the way to go.
yeah, that clutch.
For this thing, I think that's probably what I'm going to do eventually.
Well, the clutch kit definitely is going to make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I mean, having that stiffer spring in there already changed the RPMs and the top end speed. Yeah, it's definitely fast. Way faster than it was. More responsive for sure.
Oh yeah.
So, Arctic Kitty.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, so I'll do a little bit of filming on the strut spacers and this and that here in a minute. We got to get staged up and jack it up and get it ready, and we'll start pulling that, and I'll start filming. All right. Oh shit! 1%. This is Mr. Dale working on the Kitty. We're installing a 3-inch lift kit on the Wild Kitty. Looks pretty straightforward. Got the upper bolt mount for the struts. So this bracket actually beefs up the whole front end and then ties into your old strut bolts. And down here is where you have 2 options for your strut height extension, depending on whether you want 1 or 2 inches. Or sorry, 1 or 3 inches, yeah. Yeah, something like that.
2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the taller one first.
Taller one first. Heck yeah. Go big or go home, right?
Exactly.
And then we also got some instructions here, and we also have these wheel. Oh, I only had 1%. No, it's still recording. Oh, the screen went off. I can edit that out.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So these are the spacers
Bang.
and the instructions for the rear. So you install these blocks in there, and we'll come back with a video on that here once we get to that part. Those go on these coil springs. They're going to go right here. So we got to pull those out to get that done. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple kit. I think it's going to make the Arctic Kitty definitely more machismo.
Hey, a little less pain on my ass hitting the rocks and shit.
Yeah, yes, yeah. The spinal cord will appreciate it. And we're also changing the oil. The first service on the CF Moto. So far, pretty good. The only thing I don't like about it is this mess here. When you pull the oil filter housing, it just pours all over this, which is kind of lame, but the rig itself is just totally awesome, so I got no complaints. And the oil change was fairly simple. It's about a 5-minute job. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, the Kitty hasn't been laundered up after the Walker trip, but we'll get her washed up probably today after we're done with the kit if we have enough time. All right, we'll wrap it up for a minute, and we'll get back to you guys. Thanks for watching.